What's going on, everybody? D'Allen Ricks TV back with another video, and in today's video we'll be discussing the situation with Kyrie Irving and what he's dealing with in the NBA in terms of him getting jabbed or whatnot, and all this pressure that the league is putting down on Kyrie, saying that he has to get the jab in order to participate in any of the home games. At first it was any of the home games. Then they cracked down on it and said that he can't play in none of the games until he's jabbed. And I never really gave my take on it, my thoughts on it. I think honestly at this point, and this is just my opinion, which isn't illegal yet, but I feel as though right now is the perfect time for Kyrie Irving to retire from the game of basketball. And the reason I say this because this is much deeper than basketball. I genuinely think that Kyrie Irving's a puppet anyway, but that's just my take on it. But I'm going to look beyond that surface of things, right? However, I think that Kyrie Irving, in my honest opinion, I think that he should retire is way deeper. Because what people do not understand is this. Kyrie Irving, right, is still one of the top point guards in the NBA today. And despite how you may feel about Kyrie Irving, his religious beliefs, whether he believes that the earth is flat or not, no matter how you feel about Kyrie Irving, he's still entitled to his opinion. So that will never change, and he's entitled to feel how he want to feel. He can feel like the earth is a triangle. He can feel like the earth is square. It doesn't matter. He's still entitled to his own opinion. However, his body, his choice. I think that for Kyrie Irving, retiring is important to his career right now because he's taking a stand. The league ratings are declining drastically, like they're bad, horrible. And people will say, oh, well, the league's ratings are up 30% from last year. The season just started. So that's going to happen. The finals was just, the recent finals and the finals before that were the worst ratings in the history. It was like a record low of ratings of all time. So the reason for that happening is because the league has become so woke in terms of politics, social injustice, players kneeling, all that. People just want to watch basketball. And the NBA, you cut out an entire demographic when you're forcing things on people, right? Because you have to realize there's a large group of the so-called woke and conscious community that is also potential customers as well, or potential consumers as well. These are people that are in support of your ratings. So for the people out there who are so pro-jab and we have to follow the system and we have to listen to the science and all these things like that, that's cool, that's fine. But you also have to realize that's why the saying, you go woke, go broke, stands true today. So if you want to be solely focused on pushing your agendas and whatever you're trying to push on to the culture, community, whatever, players are entitled to do what they want to do. And Kyrie Irving walking away from the game of basketball is going to destroy, I'm not going to say destroy completely, but it's going to play a part in destroying the reputation of the NBA. Because you're sending an impression that all the players are replaceable. And it's the same thing that's happening with a lot of these corporations. I'm seeing it. You could go into the shade room. People are so focused on entertainment. They're so distracted by entertainment that they don't see what's going on. A lot of businesses, they're losing business. They're losing out on money because you're enforcing these rules, telling people that unless you have the jab, you cannot come in my establishment. So your consumer are saying there's a large amount of consumers. If you don't have the employees, how are you going to pay the staff? If people are walking out, how are you going to pay staff? There's also people who are against it. How are you going to pay your staff? How are you going to get consumers and potential buyers to come in your establishment if you're enforcing these rules? So for Kyrie Irving, if he leaves the game, you have to realize there's millions of people that support Kyrie Irving. So you're potentially losing a large demographic, a large base. And once you get one jab, you got to keep getting them. And then eventually, Kyrie Irving's going to be right, and players are going to wake up. Your star players. They're going to wake up and they're going to say, you know what? Kyrie Irving had a point. I'm out. Your next star player, Kyrie Irving had a point. I'm out. And it's going to be a trickle-down domino effect. And this is what people are not realizing. This guy, I had a conversation with, someone from off of Instagram. And he was just like, Kyrie Irving, everybody has to realize that the establishment has a choice to not support your choice, which is fine. But when you start to lose out on money, don't get upset because people are starting to walk away. One of someone from off of Instagram, and they said that, there's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They can't fall off. They can't lose money. They can't lose out on money. They're never going to, go out of business or whatnot, right? I said, Blockbuster was a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And you seen what happened to Blockbuster. And it wasn't because of the reasons that Kyrie Irving, that type of situation. But it just goes to show you that companies can go out of business. It don't matter how much money you have. If your approach is outdated or if you change the rules, things will change. You don't have the power that you think you have. Money don't give you all the power to control people, fellas. People have integrity. Not everybody is doing stuff to sell their soul. When nobody's choosing to support the NBA no more, then that's what you get. The ratings are declining. They're bad. Of course the NBA is going to draw interest because people haven't seen the NBA for the past 2-3 months. So the first game, by game 1, game possibly up to game 20, that's when you're going to probably see your highest ratings. And then it's going to be a drop because people are anticipating the league coming back, but then they're not watching it no more. The way people consume different forms of entertainment is totally different now. And you can't just force stuff on people. They're going to turn away. You're going to turn people away. So by Kyrie Irving walking away, it would be the best decision because you're standing for something and you're walking away. There's so many ways and opportunities. I understand that Kyrie Irving is a businessman and he wants to get his money. But sometimes your integrity, I truly believe Kyrie Irving's going to either end up getting it or something's going to so happen to happen. Mysteriously, something's going to happen to Kyrie Irving. That's what I think is going to happen. Or he's going to be put in a mental institution. I don't know. But I think those are along the lines of what I think could potentially happen. But if Kyrie Irving, I think retiring right now is the best decision of his career. And that's just my take on it. I think so. I think he should just completely walk away from the sport, try to invest his money in other, ways and other things, and try to get into real estate, get into all these other things. Because the game of basketball is not going to last forever, especially under these conditions. There's other leagues that you could go to that you have the power, you have the popularity to go take your popularity in your community and go somewhere else and make them just as popular, twice as popular. You got that power. And players have to understand that the NBA is not the only platform that you could go to and, have fun and do the thing that you love. So I truly believe that Kyrie Irving walking away from the sport and retiring is the best decision of his career. He has a championship. Kyrie Irving really don't have nothing left to prove, honestly. Everybody truly believes, everybody other than LeBron fans know that Kyrie Irving is the reason for that one championship means a lot because he won that ring. That shot is the reason that he has that championship ring. Despite all of LeBron fans, excluding them, everybody with a brain understands that. So you could just walk away. Retiring is the best decision. That's what I truly believe. You know, and I'm not counting your pockets, but at the same time, bruh, it ain't worth it. Because the league is declining. It's destroying its own name, its own reputation. It's going down the drain. But anyway, like I said, it's beyond basketball for the reason I think that Kyrie Irving needs to retire. Just let the sport go. But y'all let me know what you guys think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.